everyone. Today on this channel, we are going to continue with the basic numbers, and we are going to learn a useful multiplication strategy called the grade method. The grade method helps us multiply larger numbers by breaking down into smaller, easier parts. So, by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to understand how to multiply numbers using grade methods. Also, you'll be able to break larger numbers into tens and ones, which is called partitioning. Then, you're going to be able to accurately multiply each part and then add the numbers to finally get your final product, which is your answer. Right. Before we begin, let's look at some important vocabularies. The first one here is partitioning. Means breaking a number into smaller parts, usually tens and ones. The next one is product. Is the answer we get when we multiply numbers together. And the last one for this lesson is grade method. Is a visual way of organizing multiplication to make calculations easier. For example, let's look at this together. 32 times 18. The first step is to partition both numbers. So, which is going to make our 32 to become 30 plus 2. Then the 18 becomes 10 plus 8. You see, breaking numbers into smaller parts makes multiplication much easier to manage. Then we are going to draw a grid. As you can see, our grid, across the top of the grid, we place the part of the first number. Down the side of the grid, we place the part of the second number. This gives us separate boxes where we can calculate each multiplication. So step 3 is to fill in the grid by multiplying out the numbers. So we are going to multiply each pair of numbers. As you can see, we are going to multiply 10 by 30 to give us 300. And we are going to multiply 2 by 10 to have 20. And use the same 30 to multiply 8 to have 240. Then make use of the same 2 to multiply 8 to have 16. Now you are going to add up 300 plus 20 to have 320. Then add 240 plus 16 to have 256. And finally, to have your final answer, you are going to add 320 plus 256 to have 576, which is your final product, your answer. Now it's your turn. Can you just give the video a pause and try to work this? Yes, give it a go. Right, and come back to the video. Don't forget, the first thing you need to do, like we said, is break the numbers into parts, which is called partitioning. That will make your 23 to become 20 plus 3, and your 14 will become 10 plus 4. Then you are going to draw a 2 by 2 grid and multiply each pair. You should have something like this if you actually got it right. So in this grid, you multiply your 10 by 20 to have 200. Multiply your 4 by 3 to have 12. This 20 multiply 8 by 4 to have 80. Then you come back to say, add 200 and 30 together to have 230. Add 80 plus 12 to have your 92. Then finally, you're going to add 230 plus 92 to have 322 as your final answer. Easy peasy. So your final answer is 322. So today's key message is that the grid method helps us break difficult multiplication questions into smaller manageable steps. Always remember these 3 steps. Partition the numbers, multiply each section, and add the partial product. The grid method is a visual and reliable strategy that helps build confidence and accuracy in multiplication. So today we have successfully learned how to multiply numbers using the grid method. We've been able to practice partitioning numbers into tens and units. Also, we've been able to multiply each section correctly and combined the answers to find the final product. Well done, everyone. So before we leave today, I got this plenary for you. Let's give it a try. The first question I'm going to ask you to ascertain your understanding as to this topic is, what is the first thing we do when using the grid method? Give it a pause. Can you try that? Yeah, here comes the answer. The answer is partition the numbers. Yeah, number 2. What do we call the answers to a multiplication questions? Can you give it a pause and give it a try there? Can I hear you say product? Fabulous. And the last question for today is, why is the grid method useful? Can you give the video a pause and give it a try? Can I hear you say, it breaks multiplication into smaller, easier steps. Hooray! Well done. Till I come your way next time, I remain Teacher Ham. Bye-bye.